5 curiosities about cats. Cats are fascinating animals and full of mysteries. Despite living alongside us for thousands of years, they still manage to surprise us with their unique behaviors and unexpected curiosities. Have you ever heard that all cats hate water, or that they ignore their own name when called? And did you know that each cat's nose is as unique as a fingerprint? In this text, we will explore some of the most intriguing characteristics of felines, unraveling myths and revealing incredible facts about these much-loved animals. If you are passionate about cats or just want to better understand the behavior of these cats, keep reading and discover what makes cats such special creatures. If you like these interesting facts about cats and want to learn even more about the behavior of these incredible felines, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Activate the bell so you don't miss any new content, and share this video with your cat-loving friends. Not all cats hate water. Many people believe that all cats hate water, but this is not an absolute rule. Although most domestic felines prefer to stay away from baths and wet surfaces, there are breeds that show an unusual fascination with water and even like to swim. The Bengal cat, for example, is known for its attraction to rivers, lakes, and even open taps. Other breeds, such as the Maine Coon, the Turkish Van, and the Savannah, also tend to show less resistance to water and can even have fun playing with it. This variation in behavior is linked to genetic factors, coat characteristics, and individual experiences lived by the cat since it was a kitten. The aversion to water in most cats has evolutionary explanations. Their ancestors lived in arid regions, such as deserts and savannas, where contact with large amounts of water was rare. Unlike dogs, which developed a closer relationship with aquatic environments throughout domestication, cats never needed to swim, to hunt, or survive. Furthermore, its fur, although extremely efficient for thermal insulation, can become a problem when wet, as it takes time to dry and can make the animal uncomfortable. However, some breeds have a more water-resistant coat, which may explain why some cats tolerate contact with liquids better. The Turkish Van, for example, has water-repellent hair similar to a waterproof coat, allowing it to swim more easily than other breeds. The Maine Coon, a breed originating from cold regions, also has a dense, oily coat that prevents water penetration, which can contribute to greater acceptance of contact with wet surfaces. In addition to genetics, each cat's individual experience with water also influences their behavior. Cats that have been positively exposed to water since they are puppies tend to accept it better as adults. To accustom a cat to water without stress, it is essential to introduce this contact gradually and respectfully. Instead of forcing full baths, owners can start by allowing the cat to explore water on its own, such as leaving a small bowl of warm water for the cat to play in, or gently touching a damp cloth to its fur. The use of snacks and positive reinforcement also helps to create a more pleasant association with contact with water. Another efficient strategy is to get the cat used to the sound and presence of water before any attempt to wet it. Many cats are scared by the loud noise of the tap or shower, which can increase their resistance to bathing. Leaving the tap dripping while your cat is nearby, or allowing your cat to explore the water with its paws, can help reduce this fear. When it is necessary to bathe a cat, it is essential to use warm water. Avoid getting the head wet and ensure that the environment is calm to prevent the animal from becoming stressed. Although most cats prefer to stay away from water, some individuals show curiosity and even pleasure in interacting with it. This shows that the relationship between felines and water is not as simple as one might imagine and can vary according to genetics, coat type, and experiences lived by each cat. For owners who want to accustom their cats to contact with water, the secret is patience and respect for the animal's time, always ensuring a gentle approach and without forcing unwanted interactions. The oldest cat in the world lived to be over 30 years old. Cats, when well cared for, can live for many years, but some exceed all expectations and reach impressive ages. The oldest cat in the world ever recorded was Cream Puff, a cat from Texas, in the United States, who lived an incredible 38 years and 3 days. Born on August 3, 1967, she died on August 6, 2005, setting the world record. His surprising longevity caught the attention of veterinarians and experts, who analyzed the factors that may have contributed to his exceptionally long life. The longevity of cats depends on several factors, such as genetics, food, environment, and veterinary care. Although some cats have a genetic predisposition to live longer, lifestyle habits directly influence the animal's life expectancy. Cats that live indoors generally live longer than those that have access to the streets, as they are protected from dangers such as being run over, fights with other animals, exposure to diseases and poisoning. The safe and stable environment reduces stress, which can be a determining factor in feline health over the years. Food also plays a fundamental role in the longevity of cats. Balanced diets, rich in high-quality proteins and essential nutrients, help keep the body strong and resistant to disease. Cats that receive adequate nutrition from a young age are less likely to develop problems such as obesity, diabetes, and kidney disease, which are common in older felines. Puff's owner claimed that his diet included unusual foods, such as eggs, broccoli, and even coffee with cream. But experts emphasize that each cat has specific needs and that a balanced diet recommended by veterinarians is the best option. Regular veterinary care is also essential to ensure a long, healthy life for cats. Routine exams help to identify any health problem early, allowing treatment to be started before the disease progresses. Vaccination, parasite control, and dental monitoring are essential to avoid complications throughout the animal's life. Dental disease, for example, can lead to infections that affect internal organs, reducing cats' life expectancy. In addition to physical care, emotional well-being also influences feline longevity. Cats that live in enriched environments with toys, mental stimulation, and daily interactions tend to be healthier and happier. Chronic stress can compromise the immune system and increase the risk of disease, so it is important that the cat has a comfortable space, activities to entertain itself, and a close bond with its owners. The affection and attention received throughout life make a difference in the quality of life and how long a cat can live. While not all cats reach Cream Puff's impressive age, many can live 15-20 years or more with proper care. Each cat is unique, and factors such as genetics and environment play different roles in their longevity. The important thing is to offer the best possible conditions so that they can have a long, healthy, and happy life alongside their owners. Cats can recognize the name, but sometimes ignore it. Cats are intelligent animals and capable of recognizing their own name, although they often choose to ignore when they are called. Unlike dogs, which were domesticated to respond readily to human commands, cats evolved as solitary hunters and did not develop the same need to obey their owners' calls. However, that doesn't mean they don't understand. Scientific research has already proven that cats can differentiate their names from other words and recognize when they are being called, even if they don't show it in an obvious way. A study carried out by Japanese researchers analyzed the behavior of cats in relation to the sound of their names. Scientists have discovered that, upon hearing their name, cats show subtle signs of recognition, such as ear movements, tail movements, or pupil dilation, even when they do not immediately go to meet their owner. This suggests that they understand that they are being called, but simply choose whether or not to respond. This attitude reflects the independent personality of felines, which, unlike dogs, were not domesticated to follow commands, but rather to live with humans while maintaining their autonomy. Cats learn their names primarily through repetitive association, When an owner uses the cat's name in positive moments, such as when feeding, playing, or petting, the animal begins to understand that that sound refers to it. However, if the name is associated with negative situations, such as scolding or going to the vet, the cat may develop a rejection reaction and avoid responding when called. Voice intonation also influences how cats perceive their names. Soft, friendly tones tend to generate more positive responses than harsh or authoritarian calls. The selective behavior of cats when called can be explained by their natural instinct. In the wild cats need to make strategic decisions to save energy and avoid potentially dangerous situations. This behavior persists in domestic cats who evaluate whether or not it is worth responding to their owner's call. If a cat senses that coming to its owner will result in something interesting, like treats or affection, it will be more likely to respond. Otherwise, you can just pretend you didn't hear and continue doing what interests you at the moment. Despite being more independent, cats can be trained to respond to their own name more consistently. Positive reinforcement techniques, such as offering treats or rewards whenever the cat responds to the call, help reinforce this association. The secret is to repeat the cat's name in pleasant moments and avoid calling him only in situations that he may find uncomfortable. With patience and consistency, many cats learn to come when called, although they still maintain their selective personality and decide on their own whether or not they want to comply with their owner's request. Every cat's nose is unique. Like a fingerprint, a cat's nose is one of the most peculiar characteristics of these animals and works as a kind of fingerprint. Just as human beings have unique patterns in their fingerprints, each cat has an exclusive design on its nose, with lines, waves, and textures that are not repeated in any other feline. This particularity makes it possible to identify a cat just by the appearance of its nose, although this method is not widely used as a form of recognition, as other means, such as microchips, are more efficient for this purpose. In addition to their unique appearance, cats' noses play a key role in their behavior and how they interact with the world around them. Feline's sense of smell is extremely keen and can be up to 14 times more sensitive than that of humans. This is because they have a much greater number of olfactory receptors, allowing them to detect subtle odors that would go unnoticed by a person. Smell directly influences the way cats perceive the environment, identify other animals, and even recognize their own owners. Cats use their sense of smell for a variety of purposes, from locating food to recognizing territories and establishing social connections. They mark their environment by rubbing their faces against furniture, people, and other animals, leaving behind pheromones that transmit information about their presence. These pheromones are chemical messages that help cats feel safe in a space and identify areas they have already explored. When a cat encounters an object or place with a familiar smell, it tends to feel more at ease, while unfamiliar odors may arouse caution or curiosity. Cat behavior is also influenced by smell when it comes to social interactions. They often smell other cats as a form of recognition, and even to determine the other animal's emotional state. When a cat sniffs another cat's nose, it is collecting information about where the other has been and what their mood is. This gesture can be compared to a greeting between humans, functioning as a subtle way of communication between felines. Another interesting aspect of cats' sense of smell is its relationship with food. Unlike humans, who enjoy food mainly through taste, cats rely heavily on smell to decide whether something is edible or not. If a food does not have an attractive odor, the cat may refuse it, even if it is something tasty. This is one of the reasons why cats with a cold, who temporarily lose part of their sense of smell, may show less interest in food. In addition to the common nose, cats have a special organ called Jacobson's organ, located in the roof of the mouth, which allows them to analyze odors in even more detail. When a cat smells an intriguing scent, it may lift its upper lip and open its mouth slightly in a behavior known as the FELINE response. This gesture allows odors to be directed towards the Jacobson organ, providing a deeper analysis of the surrounding smells. This behavior is often observed when a cat smells another animal or substances such as catnip, which trigger specific reactions in felines. A cat's nose is not only a unique feature of each individual, but also one of the main senses that guide their daily behavior. From identifying familiar scents to marking territory and social interaction, smell plays an essential role in the lives of felines. This highly developed sense helps them navigate the world efficiently and better understand everything that happens around them. Cats need bread for a special reason. Cats have several peculiar behaviors that delight and intrigue their owners, and one of the cutest and most curious is the famous kneading bread. This habit, in which the cat presses its front paws alternately on a soft surface, such as a blanket, a pillow, or even the owner's lap, has roots in feline instinct from the first days of life. When they are still kittens, cats massage their mother's belly while they breastfeed, stimulating milk production. This behavior is completely natural and brings a feeling of comfort and security to the animal. Even after weaning, many cats continue to knead soft surfaces throughout their lives. This behavior can be interpreted as a sign of well-being and relaxation, as it is associated with childhood memories and the mother's comfort. When a cat needs a blanket or pillow before lying down, it may be recreating a comfortable and safe environment, preparing the place for rest. This habit may also be linked to the ancestral instinct of wild cats, which used to fluff up vegetation before lying down to ensure a more comfortable and protected place from predators. In addition to being a sign of relaxation, kneading bread can also represent a way of showing affection. When a cat does this on its owner's lap or body, it means that it feels safe and comfortable next to that person. This behavior can be interpreted as a gesture of affection, as the cat is associating its owner with a maternal figure, someone who conveys protection and well-being. Many cats purr while kneading, further reinforcing the idea that they are happy and relaxed at that moment. The act of kneading may also be related to marking territory. Cats' paws have glands that release pheromones, chemical substances used for communication between felines. When a cat needs a place or a person, it is leaving its scent, signaling that that space or that individual is part of its safe environment. This explains why some cats seem to have a preference for certain blankets, beds, or even the lap of a specific owner. Although it is a positive behavior, some cats may knead more intensely and end up using their claws without realizing it, which can be uncomfortable for their owners. In these cases, a simple solution is to place a blanket or pillow between the cat and the person's skin, allowing the feline to continue showing affection without causing discomfort. Another important point is to never scold the cat for this behavior, as it is natural and part of the way felines express emotions. So, did you already know these interesting facts about cats? Tell us in the comments which one was the most surprising. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and activate the bell so you don't miss the next videos. Take advantage and click here on the next video to hear more about our beloved felines.